I'm not gonna throw gang signs up on your podcast, okay? But
All right. Welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast. Gonna start off with a song, and then we'll get into what we're gonna talk about today.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good.
Y'all know that vibe and all this stuff.
Yeah. This is my boy LaKendrick right here. We was in the military together.
What's up?
hey, how you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Did you ever tell me you was in the military?
Yeah. I got out the military 2 years ago. Yeah, I got
Okay,
medically
okay.
retired.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. So I told him earlier what we was gonna be talking about, but for people that's gonna listen to this, I guess we'll start off with one of your topics. So, why men need multiple women? Now, I know this is a real juicy topic, so I'll let you start off first. What's your opinion on why you think men need multiple women?
Okay, well, to me, I feel like men need a few different reasons. And this first reason, y'all gonna be like, ugh. I think if you need multiple women, you're gay. You're trying to cover it up because there's no reason why, absolutely no reason why you would need multiple women. I could understand like dating around, but to consistently keep multiple women around you, you either trying to cover up your gay or you have real bad like self-esteem. It like something is missing within yourself. So like you're trying to find you're trying to fill a void or you can't be by yourself. Something is wrong with you internally to where you say, oh man, like I gotta be with this girl tonight, I gotta be with these two tomorrow. And you got a different bitch for every day of the week. Something is wrong with you. You need attention or something didn't go right as a child. Like you're missing something, basically, is really the overall. And then I think ego goes into it as well. Like you're trying to be your ego is being fed by so many different women and it's filling whatever void you're missing. You can't be by yourself. You can't face yourself in the mirror. Why you can't look in the mirror? What's wrong with you? That's what I want to know.
And what you think, LaKendrick?
Man, sad to say, man, but I agree. I agree. So, if you need multiple women, I think you got a insecurity problem, man. I think it's something that, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's something, deep down inside, like she said, that happened, as a child, it's something that you miss. You kind of like, to me, it's insecurity, you hiding something. It's kind of like, you got a fear or something. But I can see it on a different spectrum too, man. Like where you may be with a woman, but she not giving you what you want, and then now or what you may need, or what you require, and so you go out looking, to find it from different women, and everybody can't just be that one for you, so you just find different things in different women. I can see it from that point of view as well, but to me, it's more of an insecure thing to me. That's what I think.
So let me just ask
Right.
you this one question. Oh, go ahead.
Now this is what I did. I'm gonna say this real quick, and then y'all can go. But this is my whole thing on it. So I think that both things can be true. Like y'all got
Right.
a point with the insecurity, and you took what I was gonna say with the ego, because I was like, most people that I know that do this, it's people that's playing with a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And what I will say to that is they're choosing to play that game. Like ain't nobody forcing them, you know what I'm saying, to be knowing that that he has multiple women, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying that most people that come in that situation already know what it is, because either if a dude is a multimillionaire, he's probably paying all their bills just to keep them around and just have, you know, different options basically, you know what I'm saying? So they know what's up going into the situation and they benefiting from it somehow outside of sex. So I think, you know, both things could be true as far as the insecurity and stuff.
Yeah. So if you so let's say this though, why would you want that many women emotionally attached to you? You know, so we could say all day if if I'm not even people that not even making these people their girlfriends though. You're just simply just dating these people and you're dating. I know somebody who's dating at least like 6 people, fucking 6 bitches at a time. And I mean, and I'm sorry to be cursing on her, but you know how I am, so I'm sorry. But you dating and having sex with all of these women, you know, at the same time you rotating them out. But how can you have all of these emotional connections? You got these women confessing, oh my God, I just want to be with you. And then you got this other girl, I really want to be with you and I love you and this, that, and the other. And you gotta be loving it, like the attention, something's gotta be, but it's sick. It's sick to me. So why not just find one girl who can do it all? And I'm a firm believer that you can find one girl that can do it all, because it's so many things that can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they say, well, I want this girl because she could cook for me, or this girl suck, you know, sucks on me real good, and this girl does this and this girl does that. Why not just find one girl who can do it all? It just it doesn't make any sense to me. I would love to understand the perspective, and I can't.
What the thing is like it's anything in life, especially when you're dealing with two people, it gotta be some type of mutual, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody raping these people. You know what I'm saying? So if they choose to go after that athlete or that hustler or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and you know what come with that. You know that if he in the limelight and you know he rocking the VVS's, he got the foreign cars and stuff, you already know what you're walking into. So if you choose to do that, then you know what I'm saying, thinking that you could probably change him or you think that you was going to be number one, then that's your fault, because he's been doing that for a long time. And I'm pretty sure he had plenty of women that was way worthy of being a wife, and he still didn't wife them up. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes men are very misleading though. Men are very misleading. Some men you could come across a man and not know that he's like that. And then you're in, you know what I'm saying? And then later he shows that. So it's not always the woman, and the woman's not always on board.
I think
agree with that. That's the love and hip hop situation, that app bar situation. Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think it's the woman sometimes just, you know what I'm saying, don't is, you know what I'm saying, being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like a vulnerable woman, most women more vulnerable than men, you know what I'm saying, at certain points. And so what happens is they get sucked in by that lie. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, if the dude lying to you half of the time when they first meet you, they lying about something. You know what I'm saying? That's just the nature though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. But the truth don't come out.
Is it just the nature? Is it really just the nature? Or are you all trying to justify that?
I'm not trying to justify it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you. But I mean, that's how it is, because they don't know if the woman gonna accept, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, like what they got to bring or who they are, you know what I'm saying, as a person. So they lure the woman in, and then once she catches feelings, then now I can, you know what I'm saying, I can lay the truth out to you, because now you already caught up in your emotions and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Is that not wrong though? That's wrong though, right?
You know what I'm saying? It's something deep up in here. It's wrong, but I think, you know, I don't know. It's wrong though. I can't cover it up. To be honest with you, ain't no excuse for it. But that's the reality. That's the reality.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
the thing is though, like what you were saying with the act, with the the dudes leading them on. You do got some dudes like that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That do that. I ain't gonna rule that out because I've seen that too. But the ones that I know personally, like they be knowing, you know what I'm saying, what type of people
And
Yeah.
that's
they
the
are.
thing too. So because they're vulnerable though, that's when that vulnerability kick in, man. Because they want to believe it. They want to believe the lie that you saying, that you tell them. So you know what I'm saying. So they feed into it. So they like, oh, it may be true, but I'm a see. You know what I'm saying? Because this is who I want. And 9 times out of 10, it's more women that want a guy than it is a guy that want. You know what I'm saying? That want a female. Everybody want that one guy. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, females want that one guy. You know what I'm saying? They going for the same thing. But men, we don't have emotions attached, so we're not going for the same woman. We see some, oh, she may got a big ass, or she may got big titties, or what I'm saying, she may got this, she may got that. So we're not going after the same women. But a lot of times females do go after the same woman. They want money, you know what I'm saying? They want somebody with some money, they want somebody that that's presentable, man. You know what I'm saying? Some clout, I guess. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Depends on the person. But that's 9 times out of 10, that's how it is.
Okay, so what about if you got this woman and you know that you want to date 4, 5, 6, 7 different women? Why not leave that one woman alone that you know is not up for? She like you, but she can't handle what you come with. Why not just leave her alone? Because I see oftentimes that it's the man that won't release the woman. The woman is okay with releasing you and letting you go on about your life, but the man, he just won't release her. But why not release her if you know that you can't give her what she wants? You know that you're refusing to give her what she wants, because you might can, but you don't want to.
You
But
don't want to.
this goes back to what I said earlier. This is a two-way thing. Like
It is, but I just said I can leave you. If I can leave you alone, why can't you leave me alone?
yeah, but
Not,
the thing is, like, if the girl want to leave him alone and the dude keep, you know what I'm saying, being there, like if they still messing around, she had to want that too. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't just going in
yeah.
there just like, give me this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's some kind of toxicness going both ways in some of those situations. But I do see what you're saying, but a lot of times, some women, I ain't gonna say a lot of women, but some women don't really put their foot down. Like they'll say, like, hey, I ain't feeling this, but they don't make it like known. Like they don't put actions behind their words, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. It's a two-way
That
street
can
though.
go both ways. Yeah, it can go
Yeah.
both ways.
Like you say, it's 50-50 when it comes to that dude too, because you know what I'm saying, we can't be the bigger man and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like I can't lead you on, you know what I'm saying, this got to end or whatever like that. Now if the female keep coming back like, nah, well I love it, then that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? But we can be, you know what I'm saying, we can be the bigger person, stop leading, you know what I'm saying, stop leading women on, but at the same time, it's fun. I guess it's fun. I'm gonna play devil advocate, you know what I'm saying? But it's fun at the same
Shit
time.
is
So
my fun.
you know what I'm saying? So it's a game. It's more, more so a game to us, like, yeah, we got, not me, I'm not saying me per se, but how men think. It's like a game, me, I can say, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger, but like it's a game, you know what I'm saying? It's fun, because you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mental, man. Just having that, you know what I'm saying? You having that. You got that person right there you can just go to anytime. You kind of messing her up in the head too. At the same time. Big time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more of a game, than anything. We really don't have no feelings, no emotional feelings attached to it. I can tell you that for sure.
That's crazy. I don't see how y'all can mess with somebody and not be emotionally invested into them. I think that's the weirdest thing ever.
Because
it comes to mental wise though. Like if we messing around, because women are more emotional genetically.
Yeah.
Women, like men make babies, and we like men, like you agree with this, like women have more of a nurturing spirit just naturally. So
yeah,
when it comes
I'm gonna leave the baby with you. The baby's yours. You can have the baby then, honey. I'm going to the club. You have the baby then.
and listen,
I'll be the baby mama from hell, okay?
Well, the thing is like the mindsets don't be on the same page. Like the woman be emotionally invested, but the dude, when he first come in contact with it, he probably like, oh, I'm just trying to hit. But the girl, like the
Okay.
girl probably had a long-term situation in her mind mentally. And then when it's said and done, then now you got that empty gap trying to be filled when both of y'all went on the same page mentally from the first place. Now the man could
But a man ain't gonna say that all the time. He gonna
yeah,
be
the
like,
man ain't
"No, I'm
gonna say
trying to
that all the
fuck
time.
with
Yeah,
you,"
I
you
agree
know?
with
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I agree.
Cause I guarantee you it'll go different if you just hit a bitch up and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to fuck," and she either gonna go or she ain't. But if you come and be like, "I want to take you on a date. I'm trying to get to know you," blah blah blah, she's probably gonna be more accepting of that.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I can agree. You know what I'm saying? I can agree. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of confusing because if you do, you know what I'm saying, come out and say that, then they look at you some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that. To me, you don't want, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to
want to be
have that.
that guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because they look at you, because you know what I'm saying, I'll say some shit like that. That's what sounds like some shit I say. You know what I'm saying? But then they're like, oh, you think you better than, you know what I'm saying? Then it comes with, oh, he can't, don't fool with him. He think he better, they think he been cocky or, but they want to be wine to dine. That's what women want you to do. They want you to, I believe that women want you to lure them on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe they want to be lied
They
to.
don't. They do not. A woman that's definitely wanting you to be upfront with her, because I don't understand, why would y'all take, if you got A and then you got B, why would you take A, who want a relationship, who wants a long-term situation, but then you got B, she's on go, she gonna fuck, she gonna blah blah blah, she just want to have it with you, she don't want nothing more, but you want to go after A. Why do you want to go after A? It's because you know you can't handle B, because B is just like you. B gonna have sex with you, and she gonna put her clothes on and she gonna leave. A is gonna want to stay and cuddle. Why not just go with B? B's gonna give you what you're looking for.
But the thing is though, we can't speak on this and generalize what you just said, because some women going into situations might not want, you know what I'm saying, a man that say what they really want. Some of them might be with the games, you know what I'm saying? So
that's why you take B. Get B. B is your match. A, you don't need to mess with A, because you're gonna damage A and she's gonna kill you. B gonna do whatever you want because B's on the same type of time that you are. Don't understand it.
Yeah, I got you. And the more, like you said, and that becomes a mental thing. That's more like, dang, somebody that's like insecure for real. When they get that deep, when they get to that level, it's like, well, I got something right here, but I got to keep doing this, doing that. Then that's somebody that's got something deeper down, you know what I'm saying, bigger than, what the problem is at the surface. So
yeah.
So
you can't grow up. But yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, man. So we transition to the next topic, man. This topic I really want to talk about. So, are women copying men behavior? So, this is what I think the current state of our culture is. So, you had the traditional relationships, which was our grandparents and older parents, like 40, 50 and up, where, it was normal, man took care of everything, woman was submissive, things like that. But I think and it's not the women's fault that this happened. It just, I think it has something to do with evolution of the society, as far as like, the economy getting better, more women are making more money than what they ever made back in the day. It's a lot of more women CEOs and things like that. But it goes back to a relationship. Like this, how I look at relationship. Relationship is a partnership. So when women try to portray men behavior, as far as like coming in contact with men and want to be in a relationship and acting like a dude and things like that, like if you in a good position successfully, you want to be in that relationship because you want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And or like naturally, women is supposed to submit to a man. You know what I'm saying? But the man's supposed to give the woman something to submit to. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that, you know, I don't see plenty of situations where people like women would just act like a man on a dude, you know, just doing the most. And I feel like if you're gonna act like that, then you might as well just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing. Cause I'm like, ain't nobody forcing you to be in a committed relationship. And I just feel like, you know, women and men tendencies is it's like you can't get around what we're naturally to be. Like women women can be the most successful that they always that they can be. But if they get with a man, they could be a billionaire. If they get with a man that's a multimillionaire, the man is supposed to be leading that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Even though that woman is more successful than that man, you know what I'm saying? But she shouldn't portray men tendencies. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that's kind of messed up right now, you know.
But she will, because she's getting that money. But I think a lot of people are often confusing the behaviors with the material. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even be about money. If you truly, me, I'm going to be honest, I don't believe the man is the head of the household. I just don't. I've never believed that. I was raised, my mom had 2 long-term relationships, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up kind of in like a 2-parent home, but not 100%. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen my mom like switch out men. She was with 2 men my whole life, and they took care of her. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't think that a man is supposed to take care of a woman, but I also don't believe the man is the head of the household, right? So I think a lot of the women, I don't feel like a lot of the women are now copying men's behavior due to the amount of money that they make, but I think that is definitely a factor. I think women are mimicking men's behavior because they are tired of the way that men treat women. And everybody keep on saying, well, that's how men are. That's how men are. I don't believe that that's men's nature. I will not believe it. You will never get me to believe that it's in a man's nature to date multiple women, to be a dog, to not be the caretaker when it comes to a child. You would never get me to believe that the man is you can't justify those behaviors to me, because I don't feel like those behaviors are justifiable. I feel like that women are now tired of men dogging them out and doing all of that. So if a nigga's gonna keep 3, I'm gonna keep 4. Not me, but that's how women are now. I'm always, my egg is always in one basket. So I'm just speaking for me. That's probably why I am often the one to get the end of the stick, the short end of the stick, because I'm truly a believer in one person at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a dater. I've never been into dating. So now I think women are they're taking that now. So yeah, you want 5 girls? Well, I'm about to go get 6 niggas, and we about to see, may the best one win. You know, that's why these songs are coming out. Megan Thee Stallion, these type of women are here now. The city girls are here now because they're tired of men like Future, and you know.
I think it's easy to talk like that though when you got the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not dogging me out because you got money. You're just not. You're not. You're not. You're not dogging me out because you got money. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to allow you to do that.
Well, no. I'm talking about the women. The women, like
Oh.
like the famous women. Like it's easy for them to talk like that because they got money now.
Yeah. So they can, So they the one they on the other end of the stick. They the one, you know, they can dog people out because they not dependent on nobody. You know.
No, it's bitches from the city that's keeping 5, 6 from that. Okay? And they ain't broke. Dusties. Okay? Dusties. And you know some Dusties. Or you know some Dusties.
Yeah. But now though, man, I think like you said, you got a good point though. Like a dude, you know what I'm saying? I think a man is the head of the household to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like handling all the business, I think women more, you know what I'm saying, naturally like gifted to do those things. Uh, you know, we I'm just wired to get, you know what I'm saying, get money, man. Like my brain ain't processing really nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So if I can just do what I need to do, get some money, take care, you know what I'm saying, the kids, the family, whatever, then you know what I'm saying, that's how I'm set up. But women, they can, you know what I'm saying, they can handle the little small things, the other stuff, the things that go on at the house and stuff like that, man. So yeah, I do agree, man. Women should, men not really the head of the household, but we are, you know what I'm saying? But we not.
But are you gonna be cool with you got 2-3 different girls, but this girl also has 2-3 different men? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean by mimicking the behavior of a man. They're now they're doing what men do to women. Now women are doing that.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of, man. That's crazy, man. Cause look what old girl did to Michael B. Jordan, man. That's crazy, man. That she don't even want to settle down, which is it's surprising to me because I didn't even think she was like that. But now, like you say, both people doing it, and now it's like, oh, I can't believe she doing that. But why can't she? Because man been doing it for a long, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. And then now when it comes back, it's like, damn, that's surprising. Like she gotta be that. All she doing is doing the same thing men was doing. I can't blame neither party, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't blame what now that I go back, I'm like, damn, well, Future didn't, you know what I'm saying? Future didn't do nothing wrong to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew what she was. You know what I'm saying? I think Future just predicting the future, man. He give it these women and he know how they are. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he want. So it's not like him just like degrading women, or I don't think he doing that, but I think he just know the mentality. Okay, we in it for the same thing because he actually sitting down with these women. He know who they are. We don't. And like you say, it's coming back on us, man.
She's for the streets. She's just like a man. Man will date I had somebody tell me one time, it was my homeboy, we was talking. He was like, I don't care if they in the same circle. I'm gonna mess with her and her friend. Lori to mess with the daddy and the son. Supposedly, we don't know. But now she's a hoe. As a woman, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But now she's categorized as a hoe. But the men do that with no problem.
Yeah, men do that with no problem, and it's cool, like you say, man. But that's it's different. They not, you know what I'm saying. We're not ready for that yet. But that's what the world coming to, though, man. That's where we at now.
So let me ask this question. So both parties doing the same thing. So what is the end goal? Because after you get your lick back, like you know what I'm saying, like what is the end goal? Like it's just my thing is
ain't no lick back because they in it for the same thing, man. Ain't no lick back.
We either gonna part ways or we gonna work it out.
Yeah.
That's the only way it could go. If you cheat on me, I cheat on you. Or if I got 5 people that I'm courting, you got 5 people that you're courting, we either gonna figure out a way that we could either make it work or we just need to go our separate ways. Why do we want to waste people's time? Why waste the time?
That to me, that's just all different level, man. That's I can't get, you know what I'm saying? I can't get with it because that to me, that's just, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just mature past the level, but that's just nasty to me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? On a whole
disgusting.
Yeah, like I don't get with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you think about me, but I don't get with that, man. That's just nasty, man. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I think that way I look at, relationship, I look at relationships like business partners. Like if I'm seriously in a relationship with somebody, this is like a 50-50 thing, not meaning that we splitting all the expenses 50-50. If we do, cool, you know what I'm saying? But not saying that we have to do that. But I feel like, if we all in it together, then it's like we partners. Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody go invest in a club together with 2 people, it's the same thing with a relationship. Like, it's like give and take. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I can't do, my woman can pick up for me and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you say, man.
Oh,
Two
you just gonna go get another girl who can do it, right?
who can do it. Man, you know, you ain't invested into that person, you invested into something. And I think together that you can together with anybody, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, if y'all on the same level mentally, then y'all can make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get into that. I'm not invested into that person because you don't know how long that person gonna be there. But what I am is invested into this. Like I have something I'm invested into, and I'm gonna get there regardless if it's with this person or that person. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's how I see it, man. But like you say, man, two is better than one, man. It's all you always need a woman to make you better. Man, always need a woman always need a man to make them better. I truly believe that though.
Yeah, you just gotta find that one that's on the same level. But
Yeah,
I do believe, you know, I don't want to criticize nobody because we put this out there. I don't want nobody thinking that we criticizing, you know, the way people live. But
yeah,
I do think
I am. I'm just
but I do think that people go through phases. Like everybody, I believe everybody got a whole phase. Like that's just me personally. Like when the phase of you just having fun and not thinking about nothing. So like I think my whole phase when I first got in the army, I was 18 till about when I got married, and then when I got divorced, then that was like the end of my phase right there because I got way more mature when I got divorced or whatever. But I'm just like mine was like 18 to 24, so I'm like, I feel like everybody got a
yeah.
phase of when they just gonna be out here just doing some stuff, and
Having
people gonna be looking at them like, dang, why that person acting like that? Like, but I mean, shoot.
But that's a whole different lifestyle, man. That's what people who don't, you know what I'm saying, who really not trying to get nowhere to me, like that, they just out there living, you know what I'm saying, with no purpose. To me, those are people with no purpose. People who live like that, man. And I ain't judging, like you say, man. It's just no purpose. But once you
no
mature, man,
purpose.
and once you mature and you starting to see goals and set goals, you can't do it. You can't live like that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because doing that shit, like me, like now, bro, like I don't really. I barely have time to even talk or text on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too focused on what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? If I can't text you back, and you know what I'm saying, don't charge it to me, charge it to, you know what I'm saying, like I'm actually doing something. You know, so I can't sit back and text you every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't sit there and talk on the phone with you, you know what I'm saying, holding a conversation with you because that's distracting me from what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But there's people out there that's like that, man. They live with no purpose. You know?
Try to do it to 6 different
If I
people that you're entertaining, you know?
I don't see how you do that because that's people like that live with no purpose, and people who can do that, man. Like I just don't understand that. Like you really have no purpose. If you can sit back and text somebody back all day and without a break, and you go 5 minutes missing, and they like, oh, what you doing or why you can't? That's so aggravating. You know what I'm saying? That's the dumbest. That shit there is dumb, man. Pisses me off, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some immature shit. And to me, that's how you can tell what somebody's immaturity level is, man. They maturity level is, man. If they be like, oh, well, you know, I haven't talked to you in an hour, but you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, go get a life, man. Why, you know what I'm saying? What were you doing? You feel me?
Can I ask y'all this question? And this is not on the list, but you just made me, Kendrick just made me think about this. All right. So to y'all as men, what does it mean when you just had sex with some, listen, and I'm asking you this because he said I don't have time to sit up and talk to you and text you all the time, blah, 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 blah. What does it mean if you're having sex with from a man's perspective? You're having sex with somebody, you had sex with somebody, you can go the next day or the day of or the next day and just not talk to them. Like you don't have no means to pick up the phone and just talk to them, but you literally just had sex with them, but you don't talk to them right after that or the next day after that.
Well,
I think.
Go ahead.
Well, I think it just depends. It depends on how you met that person. Like if you meet that person.
Say you've been dealing. Let's just say you've been dealing. It ain't a random occurrence.
Is it? Yeah, okay. I got you.
Okay. So if it's somebody that I've known and we've been communicating for a couple months or so, is this the first time or is this like
reoccurring. Like we're familiar. You know,
Right.
like we're familiar with each other, blah, blah, blah. And I wondered this because he made me, this is a good point. This is what I was talking about the other day. I was having this conversation the other day. And what he said triggered that question to me.
Well, I think if we've been messing around, if I don't text you the next day, I mean, clearly we've been communicating for months. So you got access to hit me up. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's like on either party to hit anybody up. I don't think it's no obligation. You know what I'm saying? Like if
It's
we
like
been messing around with each other and if we've been messing around with each other for a couple months, you ain't gonna mess around nobody for a couple months if you don't like them.
man,
You don't like
You don't think so?
man.
you don't like something about that person, even if it's not, you're not gonna make that your girl or boyfriend. You like something about that person, like even if you know I can't be in a relationship with this person, but he just fun or she just funny or it's just a good vibe. It's something, you know what I'm saying?
But you got. I think it's and it's no. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's no intent behind it. It's no like heart. You know what I'm saying? No real meaning about it. You know what I'm saying? I think that I wouldn't do it if I did that right there. You know what I'm saying? It's me just letting your mind wander. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I ain't gonna hit it up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's a male ego kicking. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like Ply said, I ain't in a few days, I'm gonna let a mind wander. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She gonna run off to the next. I'm just playing.
But see, that's the test right there, though. That's the test, though. You feel me? That's the test. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if she actually, you know, for real, like if she hit me and be like, oh, you know, like, oh, you ain't hit me up, then now you know that's validation towards you, because men need validation too. A lot of time, you know what I'm saying, we look past, you know what I'm saying, men seeking validation and men, you know what I'm saying, seeking that confirmation, affirmation. But men need it though, you know what I'm saying? And that's our way of expressing that and, you know what I'm saying, and asking for that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Y'all don't think it's maybe, oh, I don't give a fuck, I don't got hit up because it was just a little fucky fuck and we going about our day? Like, that's the way I see it. To me, I see it as like, I'll hit you up next time I want fuck.
No, it ain't
No,
that.
you didn't say, but the way you putting it is like this the first time having sex. If we've been messing around with each other, then we hit up when we hit each other up, especially if we've been talking on the phones and like that for months, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that I mean, me personally, like if I'm messing with somebody for months at a time consistently, then it gotta be leading towards something. Like I'm not finna just keep laying with somebody, you know what I'm saying?
That goes to the conversation then, messing with multiple people. I think that if you're in a state where you're messing with multiple people, you don't give a fuck about hitting up one of the bitches that you done had sex with because you probably
I don't think that
might be with the next one.
though. Like to me, I don't think that necessarily mean that though. I think it's something. No, I don't think it necessarily mean that. Sometimes it do, but I don't think so because you know it's just that man. Like you know what I'm saying. He like, well, I ain't gonna do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like we like to give, but not give too much because now you become aggravated. You know what I'm saying? You become aggravating, and you know what I'm saying. Women really don't. I believe women don't like that dude. That's all. You know what I'm saying. That's too much. You know what I'm saying. You gotta let a mind want to sometimes be. You know.
You think so? Because I don't know because I love for somebody to, if I like you and I'm giving you that attention, I want to talk to you every day. I work from home too, so I'm pretty much more available on my phone than most people are because I can be on my phone, I can do whatever. But I want that. If I don't like you, then I want you to leave me alone. I want you to leave me alone. But if I like you, you ain't texting me after we did it. What's up? What's wrong with you?
But are you gonna be like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna do that?
Me knowing me, I'ma just, you won't talk to me, I don't talk to you. I ain't about to chase you. I ain't got time.
That's the miscommunication right there.
I think it is.
That's that miscommunication right there because, like you say, if you do that, men really don't know if you really into them or not. You know what I'm saying? Just you know, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Men just need.
You should be able to tell. Y'all can't tell.
I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Some women have sex with dudes all the time, and they just don't like it, but they never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's the follow up to me, it's the follow up. You know what I'm saying? It's the follow up. If she hits you back, then you know for sure, like you good. You know what I'm saying? To me, that may be that validation.
Yeah, I think that me personally, I mean, I don't have some one night stands, but I'm not in that place in my life no more. So,
Bro, but
so me now, like I ain't just finna hit a random chick. Like if I'm hitting a chick now, it gotta be somebody I really like, and she gotta have something going on. Cause I
You
know
ain't got no rotation. Y'all ain't got no rotation.
we went through that. We went through that in the army. Like we was just army's like rock stars, like that.
So
Like,
how did y'all feel? How does that make you feel? Y'all didn't feel bad about just putting these different women in your space, and then they're just you never know. All of these women have different emotions towards you, and all of that. That's
what a different thing. Well, us personally, well, our situation will be different from a regular person because we at a different phase of our life. We young, and we using that as an outlet because we got other stuff on our mind, like going to Afghanistan, things like that. So mentally, we not even really focused on a chick that we met at the club or somebody we just ran into. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey,
normal just game.
We can have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's everyday motion. You know what I'm saying? You go out, you drink, you go out on Friday, Saturday. That's everyday motion. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know who the damn girl name is. You know, put it in your phone. You know, that's just how it is. That's everyday motion. You know, so for real, be honest with you, that's everyday motion, man. You know, so you ain't really, it's no emotional ties to it. For real, you know. At the end of the day, you know, I done had people be like, man, damn, like, man, who I just fucked, or who I just had, you know, who I just had sex with, or old girl, or damn, I didn't know she was this, or I didn't know she was that. I thought she was thick, or I thought she was this or that, because they don't know. It's just emotion, man. You know, and those are the ones that you don't hit back at all. And even when they text you, you be like, hell nah, I ain't responding to that shit. That shit was, you know what I'm saying? That shit was trash, you know.
When you get to our maturity level, like a chick gotta have something going on. Like my last situation when I was married, you know, I ain't saying, person gotta have just as much as you got, but you gotta at least be trying and ambitious, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just can't just mix energies with, cause we damn near 30 now. So I'm like, shit, I just can't be wasting time with somebody when I know they still at square one, you know what I'm saying?
So what she was saying, she was like, oh, she was like, they don't hit you, they don't, you guys just don't communicate next day. But I mean, why you can't check on them like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So hold up. That just came to me.
It could go both ways. It could, but I was just speaking more so, would there be a reason? Is this like I'm gonna hit it and I'm gonna hit you when I want to hit you again, or so I was just trying to maybe understand.
To me, nah, it's deeper than that though. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than that. You know, you might, I don't know, but it's deeper than that. I might hit you up there, y'all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't have some I hit up, but after that, and I don't have some I did, but the ones that I didn't, for a fact, it wasn't because what I'm saying, it was nasty. Something, it just is what it was. Like I met you in the club and
go back and do it.
We was both drunk. I'm 23 years old at the time, and it was it. It was that Hennessy, so but yeah, so we transition to the last topic, man. This topic I came up with because I was seeing a lot of people talk about this on Instagram, like as far as vetting on their stories and things like that. So blood don't make you family, and I'm a real big believer in this because, I got people in my family as far as siblings and things like that that you would think that I would have real close relationships with. And it's not because, we fell out or anything, but it's just because, well, I know in my family, for the most part, me, my mom's brother, and my dad, we the breadwinners of the family. Like, so everybody always hitting us up, asking for stuff and things like that. So, uh, and that's just basically what it be transactional. You know what I'm saying? It don't be like no real love, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a true believer of, I got a lot of army friends, that I consider more family than my real family. And it's crazy because I'd be like, damn, like we walked to the corner store together as kids and did all type of crazy stuff. Now it's just like, person want to hit you up, you just hear a cash out notification. That's how my life is. They want to ask me how I'm doing. I look at my phone and see a cash app notification. I'm like, dang, you couldn't even call and ask me. You just sent the cash. You can't even send a text on cash app.
I believe you can go.
I'll take it this time. I mean, I'm gonna be brief though, cause I don't really, I don't really, my family, we not really like that, so I don't really experience it that much, man. So I'm just gonna bounce it off y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead, go.
I mean, I feel like what is it? Blood don't make you family. I'm a firm believer in that just because I see it every day. Like I'm not gonna say that I grew up in a broken home or nothing, but I grew up around broken things. So like my dad, for instance, I don't have daddy issues or anything like that because I've grew up with with him, but I wouldn't consider him like my family. Like I can't even tell you that I could say that I love my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like and he's the reason why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So like I do believe that you can be family, but that doesn't make you, connected because he ain't no father. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a father, and that's just it. And I have like friends, parents that I would consider more of family, more of father figures than I would like my own. So I truly believe it. And I truly believe that a lot of things in family are transactional, because you'll have people, like you said, that'll hit you up and they won't even, you can't even send me a text, but you're sending me a cash app request. That's what is the saying, blood is thicker than water, blood ain't thicker than water or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true. Family will be your biggest downfall.
Yeah.
Family will be your biggest downfall. My dad has a son and a daughter. I can't even tell you that the last time that I've spoke to either one of them. And did you hear what I said? My dad has a son and a daughter. I didn't.
Hello, sister. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that what I was going at with this was I just think a lot of people have to be self-aware of the people in your circle because a lot of times you'll will let people overstay in your circle because y'all got history. But you know, just like you said with the family thing, like like family is crazy because you think you be like, dad, this person known me all my life, but now I got to cut him off because him did something that I can't stand for, or it's just something that that he's asking me for, and then when I needed it, they didn't even pick up the phone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not saying because I got a good family. I'm not trying to say I got a bad family. It's only like onesies and twosies that do this, but it's just that people just have to be more self-aware of not just letting people be around them just because they can be around. Like you,
Mhm.
I'm a real believer of if you got positive people around you and you keep a lot of successful people around you, you got no choice but to be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. It's
Yeah.
true. I do feel like that. And family could go either way. You got some families that give their children inheritances, retire them into, I mean, not retire, introduce them into their businesses, give them houses, give them all of that. And then you got some mamas that want you out as soon as you turn 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I see that more with women relationships. Mothers are often jealous of their daughters for some whatever reason. So a lot of times when it's abuse, it's always the mother and the daughter. I've seen so many broken relationships with mothers and daughters versus maybe like a mother and a son, and a father and a son. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, what is that saying? They say that just because your family doesn't mean that you have to, like, they say something about just because your family don't mean that you have to, like, allow them into your life. It's okay to cut them off. You can cut your parents off. You can cut your friend. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
cut my daddy off with no issue. You're not bringing the negativity into my life, honey.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell you I would be upset if he wasn't here anymore. You know.
It's sad to say, man. That's just sad, man. But to me, though, you know what I'm saying, the part I can speak on is I don't categorize people. It may sound crazy, but I
Yeah.
definitely, like, I don't. Family and people is all the damn same to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, oh, it's you my family, I'm gonna give you a pass. I look at you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like who you are as a person. Because I made them smart. You know what I'm saying? That's a way better person than you. You know what I'm saying? And got my best interest, you know what I'm saying, at hand better than you do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't categorize people. When you get older, you gotta look at people for people. Because, you know what I'm saying, what is family? You know what I'm saying? It's just a word. You know, to me, it's just a word. They people. They'll destruct your ass quicker than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So you still gotta hold them motherfuckers accountable. Like you ain't my family. I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't my family because you know what I'm saying. That's not what family do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you if you keep trying to leech from me or you just negative, like you not my family. I wouldn't even say you my family. If you my damn cousin or my brother, I wouldn't even claim.
Yep.
I can't claim you. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I know that person. You wouldn't even know they were no kin to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that we do like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I know him. Like, ain't that your cousin? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
But that's not my, yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
like,
got the title.
yeah,
But
ain't that your people? Yeah, yeah. You know, but that at the end of the day, that's a person, man. So you got to be careful who you know what I'm saying, how you categorize people. Like everybody the same to me, everybody on the same goddamn playing field. I don't give a damn who you is. You know, it's people that I don't tell shit. It's people my family I don't tell shit. You know what I'm saying? That I tell somebody else. You know, because and people you never know what people the negative thoughts that people think and you know what I'm saying how they want to see you. Bro.
mm,
So
Yeah,
you just
mm.
gotta hold.
It's
Say what?
very true. Everybody's people.
Everybody a person, man. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna look at your ass the same way I look at the next person. To be honest with you, I don't give a damn because I want to hear what you got to say. You know, when people start talking, I look at. You know what I'm saying? I look at you and figure out like you know where we going with this. You know what I'm saying? Whether you my family or not, I don't give a damn who you is. You know.
yeah. The only people I give an extra long leash to is like my parents and
Man,
and
and who
and
put? Hey, John, man, who the fuck pay your bills? Who do all that shit for you? You do. You can't get nobody no leash, man. But I got what you saying. I get where you going, man. But ain't no leash, man. But people try to always tell you what to do with your life, man. But damn, like once you realize, like, damn, I'm the one that gotta wake up and pay my bills. Like, why you ain't do that? Why you ain't do that? Well, damn, ain't I the one paying my damn bills? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so you ain't got your opinion is not valid right now. You know what I'm saying? So to me, ain't no leashes, man. You don't get no leash. Everybody got the same damn leash.
Everybody, you have people, they have to still treat you with respect, especially when we're older. When we're older, I think people have to understand that I am now my person. I am who I'm becoming to be. So I'm not going to be that little kid, to like that auntie or that uncle that want to say something to you, that mama, that daddy that want to say something to you. Like my dad just couldn't get with my lifestyle. So I'm going to toss you out of it. You don't got to see this, honey. You're missing out on it. I'm not missing out on you. You're missing out on me.
So this ain't that. Parents try to, they don't know when, you know what I'm saying, let go. But like I said, once you get older, you start doing shit on your own, that shit go out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't show love and accept the person I am that I'm trying to be there. You know, I don't know what to say, play. You know,
bye.
I don't know what to say.
Chuck up the deuces.
There you go. You know, because there's people that you know what I'm saying, that will accept you. You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I had, over my time in the military, I don't have people that I don't have cookouts with,
for sure.
These with all type of stuff, and we got all these memories. And like I had to tell one of my family members one day, I had to tell him, I was like, I still love you, but we not tight, because you got to understand that, between us was transactional as I became an adult.
Yeah.
So, I believe, just like they say in pro sports, you as best as your last game. So it's the last time. We can't go off no childhood and then like that. Like we 28 years old now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta keep reestablishing, who you are.
All right, OJ, that point that you make is because as you grow, people start to envy you, man. You know what I'm saying? People don't like the person that you become, especially when you become more successful than them and you doing shit. They'll envy you, and so they'll change the way that, you know what I'm saying, the way that their feelings towards you or the way that they act towards you. You know what I'm saying? So like you say, it's always, you got to keep readjusting. You know what I'm saying? We can't go out, us growing up together, getting in fights, doing that shit right there. That's old, because we was on the same playing field then. You was cool with me being on the same playing field, which that was okay. But when I leveled up, you don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it gonna get weird. Like you can't, I can't. That old shit gone. You'll see what how a person feel about you when y'all on two different playing fields. You know what I'm saying? And then that the truth will come out about how somebody really feel about you, bro. For real. The family not.
And you see that firsthand, and everybody got feelings. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna sit up here and boo cry. But when you get by yourself and you reflect on it, you're gonna be like, damn, bro, like, damn, he really did that. You know what I'm saying? You might take 2 minutes to yourself, be like, damn, that hurt that he changed up like that. You know what I'm saying? But
because you expect, man. Once you lose them expectation, man, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just mentally scarred. I don't know. And I don't know how the fuck I'm mentally scarred, but dude, I don't know. I'm just this way that I don't expect nothing from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect you just say a family member come around, say, just use, for example, they may steal some money. I got some money laying around, right? I don't expect you not to steal from me. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna hurt me if you do steal my shit, but I'm not gonna put you in a position where you even steal my goddamn money, because you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know where you at mentally. You may need it. Your child, so somebody may be struggling for real. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, I need that right there. And I'm gonna get them for it. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know that their situation either. You know what I'm saying? So it may be a dire situation to them and they can't explain it because they didn't want to talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't expect nobody to be loyal to me, man. So this shit ain't gonna put nothing past me.
I wish I could be like that, because I got expectations. I wouldn't expect you to do anything that I wouldn't do to you. I have that bad, because everything that I say about me, I can stand on it. Okay. And it may seem like, oh, she thinks I don't think I'm perfect, but everything that I say, I can stand 10 toes down. So like when I look at people, I wish I could look in the mirror, because I feel like you are supposed to be a reflection of me,
right?
My morals, my respect,
Right.
And that's a dangerous game though. You not expecting anything from nobody.
That is.
But I wish I didn't have expectations.
I ain't got no.
I do.
I honestly, man, like I don't got no expectation from you, from no damn body. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't expect nobody to put food on my table. I don't expect you to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't ever know the person's situation. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the city that I grew up in Mobile, Alabama, man. It's cutthroat. So I've seen where niggas been plotting on we shooting dice. Niggas say, hey, tell old boy to come over here and shoot dice with you, and I'm gonna come in and rob you and act like you got robbed. And you know what I'm saying? So I've seen the cutthroat shit. People set people up, you know what I'm saying? Friends and
they
shit.
They do.
Now, I have no expectation from no fucking body. You know what I'm saying? I expect you to rob me. I expect you to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm already waiting. So, you know what I'm saying? Me just having that mentality, expect the unexpected. Like for real, I expect the unexpected from your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because if you came in and try to rob me right now, I'd be like, damn, I wouldn't be hurt. Like, man, why you do that to me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have no expectations, you know what I'm saying, from you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do trust certain people to do things, right? So trust and expectation, it's the same, but it's not the same to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a thin line.
It's a thin line, but I can trust you. You know what I'm saying? I can trust you with something, but my expectation is like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And that's a dangerous game, like you say, man, because 9 times out of 10, everything I do for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really need help. When I'm driving, I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? I don't let nobody drive for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are like, oh, you good? Nah, I can drive. You know what I'm saying? It's not that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to drive. It's just, I feel safer with myself, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect you to fucking dodge this deer to come across the road, but I know, like, damn, I'm
gonna dodge it.
I know I'm gonna dodge it. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do, I put the you know what I'm saying, the shit back on myself. It's like, damn, man, you should have known better. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm just bad. That shit bad though, bro. Like for real. That shit bad with me, man. Like, I'm always driving myself. You couldn't drive me no goddamn well. I don't give a damn how far it is. If I'm driving, I'm ready to drive out. You know what I'm saying? I can't let nobody drive me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Me, like, this is how I look at expectations. So I have expectations until you cross. And once you cross,
that's cool. Yeah.
Then when you it's different levels of crossing. Like I can go back to my best friend from high school, and he almost took me to a place where I wasn't gonna be able to join the military and have the life I have now. But he was in a less position than I was in high school. My mom and family always had decent jobs and things like that. He didn't have that, but we was friends. So, sometimes he didn't know, what I'm saying, where his next meal was coming from in high school, things like that. So my mom being the type of person she was, and she knew his situation after school, she'd be like, hey, bring your friend over here. She order pizza, make sure they eat, things like that. So probably about 5th time he came over my house, I'm at school. People like, hey man, what you call it, got shot or whatever. I'm like, he got shot. I was like, I just talked to him an hour ago. Like, how you sneak and text on the phone. I had a sidekick in high school, so that was like the best phone to text in the classroom. But long story short, while they faking a story to me that he getting shot, they broke at my mama crib. We had 5 flat screen TVs. This was around 2012. So this one, like the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 was in style. I had both of those. They stole all my shoes because I had hella Jordans. They stole basically everything, and they broke in my mom's car, took her purse with her cards and stuff in it. But luckily that purse she had in there was like with old cards, so it wasn't like none of her active cards. But it was just a thing.
So I agree, man. Like you say, look at them, you know, them rappers, man. You know what I'm saying? Who getting killed by, you know, people in their own city and their homeboys. You know what I'm saying? We see it every day, man. Mo 3, all them boys, man. You know, like Dolph and all of them, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit sad. But at the same time, you can't get caught. You can't get caught with your guard down. You know what I'm saying? If I learned anything, man, like in life, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't. You gotta expect the unexpected from people, from anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's a lesson learned, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you say, like that shit right there, like I can look him in the eyes and be like, man, I see that type of person right there. I can talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to you. I can see you in prison or get locked up and talk to you, have a whole conversation with you. I don't know why, because you know what I'm saying? I expect you to do that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't really, like, you did that shit, but you was fucked up. You was fucked up for it. And I see why you did it, because you were hard down, or you ain't had shit. You ain't had shit. I tell you, man, you ain't had shit, but you ain't had to do that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't know the situation that they're in, because he was in a situation. That's what it sounded like. It was a situation where my man was just ain't had shit. He was envying you the whole time. Not on purpose, though. Envy don't come sometimes on purpose. It comes by just mistake. You know what I'm saying? And so if you know, you got to be careful, man.
And Boosie, you know, Boosie did this interview about 5-6 years ago when he got out of jail. This interview is still relevant to this day because they always do flashbacks of this interview. And he always say that when you get successful, when you get to a certain level, you got to move out your city. And he said people get hypnotized with hatred. He said every rapper die in their own city because you got the people that grew up with you, that was in that same 3rd grade, 4th grade class with you, but they didn't have the same hustle as you. He said when he was going through his situation, went through jail, police riding him for no reason. You know, police threw $10,000 out his car for no reason. And he was like, you know, he loved going home, but he said, I can't stay here. And it takes a real mature person to know that, look, home is always going to be home, but I can't be here 24/7, especially if I'm making millions of dollars and you out here moving with no security, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's just stupid.
Real, bro. That's real.
They said that Trouble dude had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then he was going to see another girl. And I guess that's when they set him up. And that I ain't gonna lie, that they said that the girl's not mad. But me, I might slap you in your casket, because why are you doing that? See what happened to you? See what happened to you? God rest his soul. And I'm not speaking on him specifically, so don't take it that way. But see what happened when you doing fucked up shit. Sorry to say it like that. When you're doing messed up things, and it just so happens to be that you got fucked around.
Yeah, you get lured into the
wrong. Went home.
Yeah, you get lured into the wrong shit, like you said. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, go back to what Kendra said as far as like having your guard up. Trouble has been in the rap game since I was in grade school, and he just now got big success probably the last 5 or 6 years, you know, with
their ego probably got to him too.
But the thing is, though, yeah, ego do be the downfall of people. But the thing is that, okay, if you're a rapper, you messing around, you got these flock of chicks. If I'm gonna be messing with these chicks like that, and I'm in that type of lifestyle, I gotta control the terms. I'm a multi-millionaire. What am I going to the projects to hit a chick for? If I want to hit that chick, she gonna come to my crib where I know all my security gonna be there. Like, I'm gonna control the turn. Like, if somebody gonna take me out, it's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? If I just get taken out in the comforts of I got all these parameters set up, then it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna get taken out on no shit where I could have had her go somewhere well, I could have secured the situation and they would have had to go through something to take me out, you know.
And get out your element, man. Like you say, when people get you out your element, man, you vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So you vulnerable to you susceptible to anything that they got going on. Like you said. And look, I don't put shit past you. So if you are already telling me to pull up, I got money, you already telling me to pull up to the hood. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Throughout, like, I'm from the hood. If you tell me to pull up to the hood, I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, the rappers, they from the hood. You know what I'm saying? But if you got money now, I'm not pulling up to the hood. What you want me to come here for? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't see you the same. Y'all not the same. Y'all not the same. And people envy, it comes from a place of unknowing, dog. Like, people don't know they envy you, bro. Like, for real, I got people who really envy me right now, bro. And they don't know that they do. You know what I'm saying? And I let them know every day. Like, you know, I show them every day, you know, that, like, man, you really envy me, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's people like that, bro. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? People that I work with, that I know, you know what I'm saying, that envy you, bro, for your success and who you are. You know what I'm saying? The way you carry yourself and the things that you do.
The way that you carry yourself be the very close to how much money you make it be. The way people love you and how you carry yourself. They hate that shit.
They hate that shit, man. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck did I do to you? Because, Jay, you know I don't fuck with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with nobody, man. I ain't starting shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm just gonna come in and do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But when you carry yourself a certain way, you drive shit, you wear shit, people be hating on you. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? This person thing, you know.
Like,
so,
even in my situation, like, I'm not no multi-millionaire, but I'm doing better than most people. So even
sure.
Let me hold $5.
So when I go back to Birmingham, Alabama, which is one of the most dangerous cities in Alabama, and I got siblings that still in the country because it's in the top 10. But when you got siblings that still stay in the hood and things like that, even if I had no choice that I gotta go pick them up or something like that, I'm not drawing no attention to myself. I'm not going in there wearing no designer, nothing. I'm going in there looking like I just came from basketball practice. Like, you ain't gonna know what the hell I got going on. You just gonna think I'm just another black nigga walking in this motherfucker.
That's a shame you have to do that, because that's what people want. They want you to be on their same level. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even finna entertain
to make them feel good.
Yeah. Don't feel, nah, dog, I ain't finna dumb myself down to be around your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna put myself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all gonna have to figure this shit out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're gonna have to figure something out. But I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you need to ride, you better walk. But I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I know I ain't gonna do this. I'm not gonna put myself in this situation. You know what I'm saying? You might catch me slipping sometime, but damn, I'm gonna process every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing that be most hurtful though is that the people that do be in these positions, you be offering to help them.
Right.
And then they still choose to do the same thing. And I'm like, yo, if somebody offer you a lending hand and you choose not to take it and still sit in that hate seat, then you can't get mad, because at some point you gotta take accountability. You be like, damn, he did try to help me. I ain't take advantage of it. It is what it is, you know.
But it's like you say, man, you gotta be careful, man. Like, man, I was in New Orleans not too long ago, man. Somebody broke in my truck, man. But that shit crazy, because on the wrong side, man. On the wrong side. But if you going to New Orleans, you gonna be on the wrong side anyway, especially if you trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying? But the shit do happen. You do be in, you know what I'm saying, situation where you like, fuck, man, I know I shouldn't have did that shit, but damn, you know, and even when people, man, sometimes people, it's crazy because people still be like, hey, man, you got chain for chain for 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I gave you chain for 100 right now, you gonna try to rob me? You know what I'm saying?
I don't carry cash.
But because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna look at something like, I'm like, man, look, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, this ain't what you, hey, man.
It's gonna go how you think it's gonna go.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? for facts. If I had 100, nigga, chain for 100, I ain't giving it to you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. You know. But people still do that, man. People still do that. They be like, hey, man, blood, you got something? Just say you pull up out of town. Hey, man, let me hold something. Then you go to pull out all that money, you know, in your pocket. You know, they watching you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You go in that gas station, come out, you know, you don't know what, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, no, it not me being mean. Like, I just can't, I'm not finna pull out no money. You know what I'm saying?
Don't got it.
I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't got
Cause
it.
this ain't finna go how you think it gonna go. And I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't got it, you know. Like that though.
Yeah, you got to carry yourself like you got millions before you even get the millions. You know what I'm saying? Because
I ain't gonna dumb myself down for nobody, man. I don't give a damn who you like, man. I'm gonna come in as myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Either you like it or not, but you know. And then you know
That's why I don't wear jewelry out. Like,
you know,
I got a few rings. Like, I got some nice rings, and I'd be like, "Don't wear this ring. You're not gonna wear this ring because if you wear this ring, this is a ring that you could never get back, even if you tried." I might wear a little, like I got an everyday ring, and I might wear like a little watch or whatever, because I know the watches I could get them back. But it's certain stuff that I just will not wear, and I hate that I have to do that. But you just never know. You never know.
People watching, man. People watching. People probably watching. People looking, man. For real, for real.
Sometimes I don't even carry my ID out with me because people, you know, your IDs and your cards, people try to find out where you live at. They'll try to steal you out. Like, it's just too, people are malicious. That's what it comes down to. Family, all of them.
Well, all of them. For real. For real, for real. I just gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, I just think the main part that we can get from this is always trust people to be people, and that's not perfect. And be self-aware of people around you. Me personally, I don't like big entourages, because if I got 30 dudes around me, that's too many personalities for me to pick up who doing snake and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, 5 to 6 people, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I got a lot of friends, but it's only a couple of people that you gonna have that's like that you locked in with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people that you got good relationships with and you cool with, but you got them few select people that you know what I'm saying, that you locked in with. And people as they elevate, you got to be aware of your surroundings and people. And it sucks that you got to be like this, because people still be wanting to be normal. Like, they be like, you know, they can been on made $50 million playing sports or whatever, and they know that they this ain't the same person, but a part of them be like, man, like, I got all this going for me. These cameras are always around, but I still want to just be Eric. I don't want to be a professional shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that's my job, but I want to be able to walk in McDonald's by myself and order a cheeseburger like you order a cheeseburger. But I mean, that just comes with maturity. Like, you can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you risking, and I look at it at a certain level as being selfish, because if your whole family broke and you the one that make it and you make millions, and right at the start, and you don't carry yourself like a walking business, and then you get hurt before you reach your full potential, then you screwing your family, kids, and everything, you know, out of generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Because you was out here moving reckless, and you couldn't set them up better with you being here longer. You know what I'm saying? But you got took out quick.
That's very true. Trust people to be people, okay?
But yeah, I appreciate both of y'all coming on the podcast. I know this your first time. LaKendra been on here a lot of times, but you know, I tell everybody, anytime you have topics that you come across in your everyday life, and you want to talk about them, you feel free to hit me up anytime and we can talk about it. Half of the topics I haven't came up with. Like I got 56 episodes now. I've been doing this since April 2020 is when I dropped my first episode.
Okay.
So, you know, I believe that, especially among Black people, like minorities, like we are programmed to just take bad treatment and just keep pushing, be like, bump that, I'm finna keep getting this money or whatever. But in reality, that's unhealthy mentally. And I feel like we don't have enough dialogue among each other as far as, because I'm a big advocate of mental health. And I feel like, anybody that had any past trauma or something like that, when we do these podcast episodes and then people get in the comments or people might DM me and be like, or people I had on before, they'll call me after the episode's over and be like, I don't know they currently going through that, but the topic we talking about is like, oh, that was a mental release. I needed to talk about that. And it gives people reassurance about themselves because they be like, oh, these people think like that. So I might not be crazy, because some people be so into themselves that they don't see from different perspectives, and it helps them to hear different people talk about things and get them reassurance on what they're going through. So that's the main reason that I wanted to have a podcast and give people the floor to talk about things they're going through in their life. Like, yeah, people hit me up when they went through something at work, be like, hey man, we need to talk about this, and just strike it up,
Yep. Well, I appreciate it. I won't mind being a guest, another time when I got, I'll be running my mouth all the time. So
Yeah,
I
I was like,
appreciate it.
you be having good topics on your lives. I was like, yeah, you got to come on here more often. I was like, we're gonna have like a big like podcast party with probably about 6 to 8 people. Well, I got the recorder now. I just got a recorder. So I can actually pull up on people and do it now. I just have to set it up with the Corey. He gonna be my videographer whenever I have a person actually
Okay.
sit next to me. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming on, and just hit me up if y'all have something that y'all want to talk about, and come on the podcast. And this episode gonna drop in 2 weeks because I got 2 more episodes with authors that's supposed to drop before that. I just did an interview with an author last night. She from Jamaica, and she's the #1 Amazon selling author right now for her category. Like, she just started writing books last year, and she already making 6 figures off books.
Okay.
And
Cool.
she just started to write books last year. So
All right.
yeah, this concludes today's episode, and y'all have a good night. I enjoyed y'all coming on the show.
Well, thank you. Have a good night, both of y'all.
All right. Yeah, all right now.
Bye-bye.